Hi, my name is Peter Hartman, and you're watching The Appreciationist, the pre-show. Pre-show starts at 6:45 p.m. every Wednesday, and it goes until 7 p.m. To the beginning of the show. This is where you can make sure that your microphone works, your webcam works, you know what we're talking about, everything's on board, we get it all straightened out, maybe a little chit-chat, and then the show starts thereafter. So if you're watching this later on, you want to see the beginning of the show, just fast forward real quickly if there's not a button there already, and you'll jump to the start of the show. If you see me looking around, it means I'm just getting set up, making sure that everything is in order. Just send out the invite to everybody who followed the instructions in the description, and you would have received an invite to the show. If you're having any difficulty coming onto the show, all you have to do is go to our meetup page. Go to meetup.com/TLOAMTL. That's TLOA is in the law of attraction, MTL is in Montreal. Just find this event. It's episode number 64, and you can just click on the link in the comments. That's in order for you to participate with the show, to come onto the show, just like Valerie's doing here. If you just want to watch us, all you have to do is go to theappreciationist.com and then click on live show to watch us live. You can, of course, see our backlogs there. Hi, Val. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Great. Looking good.
Thank you. No echo?
Not that I'm hearing. We'll test it out. We'll see.
Maybe a little bit. Your image is not as good as it usually is. Oh, it's getting a bit better now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also at
yeah, but I mean it's been good before, but I don't know. It was a bit blurry, but I guess it's a bit better now. Like the resolution is better.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing a little echo, so I think maybe I think that also gets an echo, so I'm just gonna wear headphones just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I have them handy. The problem is I don't know if they're gonna be long enough. I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
So for anybody watching, headphones are a good way to cancel out this echo here that we're experiencing. Let's see, can I plug you in somewhere? Where do I plug you in? Is that headphones? Oh, I see. Put you in over. I'm on the show now, huh?
You.
Okay, this is long enough. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Sounds fine. Do you remember the word that we chose for this week? I know we had kingliness and colorful, and we chose colorful.
Did we choose? Okay. Did we choose another word? I don't think so.
Well, Sam said she didn't think so either, but I could have sworn we did.
You had Diane's list, but you don't have it with you.
Yes. No, I do have it with me. Yeah, I had Diane's list, so we're gonna go for it.
Because I think that'll.
Okay. Okay. So Diane's is. Okay, resilience, colorful, curious. Colorful is what we took from our list, so we can take something else. How about mojo?
Yeah.
Mojo, that's a fun word. And kingliness is what we have left. King. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're all set. So the show has to begin at 7 and end at 7:30 today because I am running off to watch Tom do his stand-up comedy.
Okay, I was wondering if what I saw on Facebook was for last night or for Tom today. So it's for Tom today.
That's right. Yeah, I had one last night.
Yeah, how was it last night?
Oh, it's great. You know, I only had one new joke, one small new joke, and I was kind of bummed because I really wanted more new material. I just haven't had time.
Okay.
But when I got there, because of how the night went, I came up with a joke on the spot. So I wrote a joke.
Wow.
Like a minute before going up, and I also had another joke that I wasn't going to say because Sam and Tom didn't like it. But I decided to say it anyway, and it nailed. So by the time I got through my three, we nailed it. By the time I got through my three jokes, my three new ones, and then I did my two regular ones, and then I had the red light, and it was done. So it was like super easy. It was very fun.
Nice.
I was very happy.
All right.
Getting better. Diane came out. Claudia came out. Alex came out. So it was really cool to have them there. And
I'd like to go to the other place because I've come to the Comedy Nest a couple of times, and I'd like to be able to come to the other one. Was it Comedy Works or?
That's right, Comedy Works.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to come. Last time was like the same time as my meetup, but I'd love to see a different venue. Yeah,
it'd be cool. It looks like a more traditional comedy venue. You got that brick wall behind you. It's this intimate setting, so it's pretty cool. What's kind of you'll be able to see it, maybe not in the context of comedy, but we did our mingle event there at the Comedy Works. Downstairs we have a bar.
Oh, okay.
Hi there.
Hi, Saba.
Saba.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
It's been a while.
Yes. Glad you're back.
Thanks. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, I was just saying that we had our mingle event at John Doe Bar, and it's right below the Comedy Works, or it's the same owner for both. And the owner really liked that we were there. You know, we were celebratory, we were dancing. He actually took me aside and he said, you know, you guys are exactly the type of people we want here. And so he offered to let us use the comedy space for our events.
Wow.
So I think the Soapbox event that I'm trying to plan is going to be there, and some other events will be there. Yeah. I think it'd be cool. It's got that sort of like casual environment, and if we're lucky enough, we might even have the bar open. So I think it might be cool to like have a pint while listening to people talk. It's sort of this casual vibe that I really enjoy.
By the way, since you've been on the stage, is it a wood floor?
Yes. The stage is made of wood. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Yeah. So okay. Well, I might if I do end up doing the tap dance workshop, let's see if we can have it there maybe. If it's a possibility or not. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know.
I don't know how big the stage you need. I know at Comedy Works it's smaller than at Comedy Nest, but
yeah, we don't need something super, I mean, I don't know if we'll have that many people, but it doesn't matter as long as, you know, some people can get on it. Yeah. Okay. We'll see. That's food for thought. That's nice. Inspiration.
Good. You guys, so Saba, we're going to do our best to end today at 7:30, only because I have to run off to see my brother perform tonight. I mean, the show is supposed to end at 7:30, but we always end up going, you know, close to an hour. But it's really good to have you here. Is Baby coming on today? Let's see. So we're gonna just remember to think of your moment of appreciation. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're just going to share a moment of appreciation. So you're going to look back at the past 7 days or so, and you're going to pick out something that you appreciated, and we're going to share that right at the top of the show. Today we're expecting, let's see here. Okay, so maybe she'll come. Maybe she'll be a little late. Okay, so we'll wait 30 seconds, and then we'll start the show. Oh,
hold on a second.
Whoa.
Hello.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, baby. Hey.
Good to see you. What was the topic today? Oh, yes.
Yes. Attraction myth.
Great.
What is it?
So the topic is the law of attraction myth. I want to ask you guys. Well, I'll tell you at the beginning of the show. So I'll tell you my story afterwards. But we'll start here. Who wants to go first for the moment of appreciation? So we haven't started the show yet, but who wants to go first? Baby's gonna go first. Second is Valerie. Saba, you'll go third.
I'll go third.
Excellent, and I'll go fourth. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So we're gonna do moment of appreciation, the joke of the week. What a great idea, and then our topic, and then what's for dinner. I have to try to remember the order today. Sam says do it in the right order, so I'll do it in the right order. Awesome. You guys ready to get started?
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent. Hi, my name is Peter Hartman, and I just dropped my pencil. And you're watching The Appreciationist. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Tonight's show, we're talking about the law of attraction myth. Oh, it's going to be a fun conversation. Is it real or not? We never really talked about that. So before we get into that topic, we're going to do the most important thing that we do on the show here today. Actually, just before we get to that, we have to introduce our friends in the room here. I want to say hello to our guests here. Saba, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank
How
you very
about
much
you?
for joining us. Oh, it's good. It's good. Is it night where you are in your different time zone?
No, but I'm in my basement because it's like the only place that's quiet in my house right now.
No worries.
So it
Awesome.
probably does look like I'm in like some creepo spot.
No worries. Really good to have you here. And I want to say hello to my two co-hosts. We have Baby and Valerie. How you guys doing?
Great. Good to be here.
Good to see you guys. Okay, cool. So the most important thing that we do during the show is a moment of appreciation. That's where we look back in the past 7 days and we pick out something that we appreciate. It could be something good that happened, or it could be something that wasn't so great, but that we can see value in it now. So, Baby's going first.
I appreciate the fact that I today finally went jogging after 2 weeks of slacking off. And I went to the river again. I went to see the waterfront view. It was really nice. Like today is super sunny, and every tree and grass, they're all green. So standing in front of the water and seeing the faraway trees are super green and super in high definition. It's really nice to appreciate nature in this nice weather. And I missed that for quite a while.
Indeed. Okay, so was it hot? Was it today that you went out to jog?
Yeah, just like an hour ago. I did a 40 minutes jog, and I came back and did like 30 minutes yoga.
Nice. Well, you picked a good day, because yesterday and the day before, I think it was like really, really hot. And so today's a really good day for going jogging. Oh, that's really nice. You got to do it. So what made you want to get off your butt and do it again?
For the past month, I've been eating a lot because I like food. But then the thing is, when I ate too much, I feel like it's too much. My body is too heavy. It's not fun to jog when that happens. So I cut down for the past few days. I cut down what I take in. And today the weather is cooperating, so finally I feel I'm up to it. So instead of jogging like 7 kilometers, I just jogged probably 4 today.
Nice, very cool, awesome. And do you think that you'll keep that up, or not that you have to?
I want to try as much as I can because it's summer and we have a very short summer here. It's just a nice way to feeling connected to myself when I go in the nature. It's weird. People just, I mean, I think most of people probably feel that way because I feel that way. I don't know if I'm right. When I'm out in the nature by myself, it's a good time to reconnect. Because everything else I do in my life is mostly for my work, for other people. And when I do yoga, they always remind you you're taking a moment to yourself and stuff. But when I'm out in nature, I feel like no one is telling me to enjoy nature and reconnect to myself, but actually I feel that way.
Very good. I really like that. Yeah, being out in nature. I mean, even someone like me who's just like a computer nerd, likes to sit in his room in front of his computer, I can appreciate being out in nature. So definitely I think other people feel that way. Oh, we lost Saba there for a second. I'm just going to do a quick test here to see if I can. Testing 1, 2, 3. If I can take my headphones out. Okay, if I hear an echo, then I'll go back in. Oh, what? Hang on a second. My speakers aren't plugged in. Hello? Testing? 1, 2, 3. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, but the volume is a little lower.
Yeah,
Volume's a little lower? Okay, I'll try to speak up. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing that moment of appreciation. That's really awesome. I like to hear that. I mean, the summer is the time to do it, right? You're going to wait till the winter to go jogging? That's kind of crazy. So really, really cool. So our friend Sabah went away, but I think she's third. Valerie.
Yes, well, I appreciated the weather also today. This is a perfect day. I absolutely love it. If I could have done a dance in honor of it, I would have. It was just so nice. Yesterday, that was my moment of appreciation for the whole week. Yesterday, I went to visit my aunt and uncle and my cousin who had a baby on the 8th of June was there too, so that baby is a month old. And I've held him before, but he was sleeping most of the time. Yesterday, I held him and he was awake, and it was just wonderful because he was a little bit grumpy at first. But then he started looking around and you know, trying to focus on things, on leaves outside and the parasol, and he was looking at me and he was listening to me. I could tell he was listening to me, so that was just beautiful. It's amazing. They're so small, and they I don't know, they wake up to everything, and they're so fast. It's just amazing. So that was my moment. I held him and walked around, and so that connection with that baby was just beautiful. It's really magical.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, those are two beautiful things, right? Being out in nature and being able to hold a baby. Those are things like you couldn't have picked better things. There's that and sex. I mean, those are the
yeah, we never thought about that.
and food too. Top four things. But you guys are really tapping into primal things. They're really, really cool. Oh, you're making me want to hold a baby now. I want to hold a baby. It's so very cute.
Which one?
Not my baby. Somebody else's baby.
Well, your brothers.
Yeah, my brother's baby. Stranger's a baby too. I'll go to the mall and just pick up a baby.
Oh yeah, they'll let you do that. That won't look strange at all.
Really good moments of appreciation. Just stalling a bit, but I guess we'll see when if she gets back here. My moment of appreciation was, well, I had a few. So last night we had I did a comedy open mic. That was a lot of fun. Had some new jokes, met some new people. That was really cool. But because I always say comedy, because it's always the day before I do the show, I want to say that we had our mingle event at John Doe Bar downtown. We had a great turnout. I got to see new faces. I got to see old faces I hadn't seen in a while. I got to see our regulars. It was really cool to be out there. Tanya got us all dancing. And so that was really cool. It's not a bar where people dance, I don't think, but she was in the mood and put us all in the mood. Even the manager came over with the bartender to dance with us. I think he really liked that we added that energy to the place because it's usually, well, we added energy to the place, so it was really, really cool. And we're going to be doing a mingle every month. Okay, so every single month we're going to be doing a mingle. I think it's cool to look forward to. It's good to see your friends. It's good to build bonds of friendship. Have a glass of wine, have a pint of beer. We've had somebody come to our tea shop meetings, and they asked me, they said, do you guys always meet in tea shops, you know, because I'd really like to have a glass of wine, you know. And I was like, you know, it's kind of funny, because when I first started doing these discussions, I used to say, let's go out to a bar, and everyone's like, oh, a bar, oh, it's not healthy, you know. I drink tea, I drink kale smoothies, And so it's kind of cool that we have people here who want to go out for drinks. It's not for everybody, but it's a really fun time. And you can even come out and have, you know, orange juice or cranberry juice. We had somebody come out, and he came to the bar, and he was like, do they only have alcohol here? And I was like, it's a bar, buddy. You're kind of in the wrong place for tea. So that was really a lot of fun. And then after Mingle, I got to hang out with Sam and Tom, and we went to a restaurant, and that was really fun too. So really cool week. And the website is like done, and we're announcing for Liberate, and we're getting people out, and we're getting subscribers. So really cool about that. Really awesome. So that's my own appreciation. I'm not sure Sam will be able to come back in time, but I appreciate that she was here. You know. I was going to say a gloomy basement, but it's not gloomy at all. I love dark basements. You know, I grew up in a dark basement, so I really like that. It kind of shines a light on my personality a bit, just to know that I grew up in a dark basement. Look, I was going to make some funny joke about having bars on the window, but let's just move on, okay? To the joke of the week. You guys ready for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to choose between kingliness. I think this is the third week we have kingliness. I think it's a very nice word. I'm not sure why you guys are hating on it so much. And we got mojo, which looks like molo here or something. Mojo.
That one, mojo.
Yeah. Mojo for Val. Beatty, what do you vote for? Kingliness? Kingliness means luxury. It means ornate. It means regal.
Mojo.
Mojo too. Ah, okay. No, Mojo. Excellent.
takers.
Okay, here we go. Let me get the joke here. Okay, here we go. An old man was driving down the interstate at 22 miles per hour. So the interstate is the American version of saying highway, okay? An old man was driving down the interstate at 22 miles per hour, never going faster or slower. A police officer noticed and followed him for a while, then pulled him over. Before the officer could even get to the car, the man was saying, "I was not speeding. The speed limit is 22 miles per hour, and that is exactly what I was doing. I was not speeding." The police officer said, "I didn't pull you over for speeding. I pulled you over for going too slow." The old man says, "But the sign says 22. The officer explained that he was on an interstate 22. As the man shook his head, the officer noticed that there were 3 older ladies in the back of the car. All of them were sitting with their mouths hanging open and spit drilling down the side. Their faces were very white, and their hair was completely messy. The police officer leaned in toward the man and asked, "What's wrong with them?" The old man said, "Well, we just came off of Interstate 134. Yeah, that's a Mojo joke, I think. That's a Mojo joke.
Right.
Okay, cool. So what should we have for next week? You guys want to pick the word to replace Mojo?
Imagine.
Imagine. I like that. Imagine. Excellent. Perfect. Awesome. So for our segment, what a great idea. I'm just going to be a little self-serving here. I want to let you guys know. So last week I let you guys know that we launched the website. This week we're really making a hard push to convince people to take our premium membership. It's $24 a month, and you get access to everything that we're doing. You don't have to think about it. Just $24 a month. You get access to Liberate This Weekend, which is $30, but you come to that for no extra charge. Infinity at the end of the month, that's $12, no extra charge. And we also have a social potluck picnic, which is going to be $2 for those who bring food, $7 for those who don't, free for those who are premium members. So honestly, we're giving stuff away at this price, but it's really priced in a way that it makes it meaningful and valuable for you guys. So check it out. You can go to thelawofattraction.ca to find out more about that. Let's jump into our topic here today because we don't have too much time. I want to talk about the law of attraction myth, okay? Valerie, you were at the last group discussion. You know we had a little friendly little, what's his name? Not Malaysian, Mongolian.
Mongolian, yeah.
Right? He joined our conversation. And he said something about the law of attraction, right? He said, "Oh, what is this group?" So he comes to our group. He overhears us talking to the whole group. We're having a fun discussion. So he comes over afterwards, after it's done, and he sits down and he says, "This is really cool what you guys are talking about. I'd really like to talk. Can I join you guys?" So yeah, come and join us. Having a fun time. So he starts talking and finally asks, "What is this about?" And we tell him it's the law of attraction, right? And he's like, someone says the law of attraction is the secret. And he goes, "Do you know what this is?" And he says, "Well, that's bull. That's bull. He calls it bull. And I was like, yeah, finally somebody's saying it, because there's this whole stigma behind the law of attraction. There's this whole belief that it's just fairy tales. And honestly, I don't disagree, because most times that I hear the law of attraction explained, I hear it explained as this magical law that makes the universe do things for you. Now, is it wrong to explain it in that way? No, I think it's wonderful. I think it's an excellent thing to explain it that way. I think it's a story that helps us to understand a little more the context of what we're speaking of. But I like to explain the law of attraction in the context of your own individual power. Yes, the universe is responding to your dreams, but it uses you to do it. You are the hands and the feet and the eyeballs of the universe. And the people you are interacting with and the city that you're in and the ideas that you interact with, those are all extensions of yourself. So when we're talking about the universe doing anything, we're really talking about you and all that encompasses you. Okay? But what did you guys think? Val, what did you think about it when he said that the law of attraction was, when he poo-pooed it? Did you understand? Did you get his beef with it?
Yes, I do. I mean, I remember watching The Secret and how, it sounds too good to be true, and it was I don't know, it sounded too much like marketing. So when it's I can understand how he could see it that way. I mean, I loved his energy though, because he was very open to a discussion. He had all kinds of really nice questions, so it was nice. It's nice when people join us and you know, like hear our conversations and want to join in. That tells us a lot about the energy that the group has. So that was good. I can understand. I totally can understand his perspective.
Yeah, and it was great. And despite his perspective, he was so drawn to our group that, you know, we essentially had a second group discussion with him.
Yeah.
And so even with somebody who was like, oh, you know, law of attraction, that sounds great to me, when he actually heard the things that we were talking about, he completely agreed and it completely made sense, right? Because I think we do approach it in this logical way. Baby, have you ever told somebody that you pay attention to the law of attraction? Or have you ever heard people's opinion about the law of attraction?
Yeah, the first time when I watched The Secret on Netflix, I was still living with my ex, and at the time our relationship was really stuck, and I felt very stuck at the end of my job, at the end of a relationship, and everything was going wrong, and I felt like there was a wall right in front of me every day when I wake up. Yeah. It was terrible. And then I found this, like, just accident somehow, for some reason. I was watching Netflix, and I found The Secret. I was like, let me see what this is about. And after I was halfway through, I know it sounds like marketing, it sounds like a very magical, but I didn't really perceive it that way. It's more like if I give my attention to something, I am more focused. I think it's possible that something would change, like at least the energy around me would change, and how people perceive me will change. That will change a lot of things. So I told my ex that there is this movie he might want to watch. It's not that hard to understand. It's probably a way out because I see hope in it for me, maybe for him too, so I would like to share. But he was very negative in responding, but not like the guy that you were saying in your group. My ex was very annoyed by it. He's like, oh, you're so stupid, how could you watch that? That kind of thing is like ridiculous. Don't waste your time and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, fine, it's not for you. So there are some people who doesn't take risk at all. They want their life to change, but they'd rather stay in their comfort zone doing nothing different. But, I mean, that's probably more of a reason why some people are more stuck.
I think you hit the nail on the head right there, right? Even though the law of attraction might seem a little cuckoo, that willingness to interact with something that is foreign to you alone, just that alone, no matter what it is a quality of people who are likely to change, right? If you're willing to step out there. I'll tell you this: when I first saw The Secret, so my brother he says, you know, I have this documentary, you got to check it out. So I went on his computer, I started watching it. I got about halfway through, and I just laughed my butt off so hard. I was like, this is a complete crock. I cannot believe that people are paying money for this. Now, at that time, my perception of the world was a little jaded, a little cynical. You know, I really lacked ambition or anything like that, and I didn't have the understanding that I have today that allowed me to see the value of what I was seeing. Now, that being said, I still look at The Secret and go, mostly I think they're leaving out huge chunks of important information, right? It's not just that, oh, I wanted the parking space and then I got the parking space. It's that I put myself in a frame of mind that influenced every decision that I made while I was driving, that instead of driving down the road going, there are no parking spaces, and maybe not even trying, or maybe not even bringing my car, I decided to bring it with this expectation, and it worked out. And so there's so much more about the law of attraction as about us individually and our willingness to look at the world differently than it is about the universe doing something for us. And one of the reasons I started teaching the law of attraction is because I felt like people weren't giving people the full story. Now, having half the story is still great, okay? I grew up in church, okay? And in church, in the Bible, everything that they said, later on I realized I was getting half the story, okay? They say pray to God, but they don't say that you are an aspect of God, or at least they don't make that clear. They say all things are possible, but they put all this doubt in your head when it comes to the devil and all that stuff. And so today, I benefit from what I learned in religion, in Christianity. I wouldn't say that what I learned there was 100% true, but I can certainly say that what I learned there was valuable, right? I learned how to pray. That's a type of meditation. I learned how to fast. That's a type of welfare exercise and also giving your body a break. I learned to value other people. I learned to believe that that all things are possible. And like, those are really cool things to learn. And I learned them from religion. And so I like to compare it to Santa Claus, okay? So when you grow up, people tell you about Santa Claus, okay? And then you say, well, Santa Claus isn't real. But the truth is, Santa Claus is real. We just had a different interpretation of what Santa Claus is. Santa Claus is your parents. They are Santa Claus, and how they're expressing themselves, wanting to give you a celebration, wanting to give you gifts, wanting to give you a surprise, wanting you to feel that you're good, to value who you are. That is the idea of Santa Claus. And yes, we house it within this weird structure, this man in a red suit with a white beard, but the idea of Santa Claus is still true. And even though the structure of the law of attraction in some ways can be taught like some magical thing, some magical fairy, in truth, the essence of what you're learning there, I think, is super valuable. What do you guys think about that Santa Claus analogy? When I say that your parents are Santa Claus, does that kind of make sense? Like they're just putting forth this image, but they're the ones behind it?
Yeah, and it's also the... Go ahead, Beatty.
It's also the people around the kids who create the environment, like the fake Santa Claus in the mall who's offering taking photos. So it's also society who's supporting the idea of this magical holiday season.
That's right, and we can clearly see how that idea is valuable. I mean, who would want to wake up and go, oh, we're canceling Christmas because it's not true anymore? No more Santa Claus because it's not true. You'd be like, that's crazy. How? To what degree does it have to be true for it to be valuable, right? I used to read Archie comic books, and Archie, he had to choose between two girls, okay? He had to choose between the girl who liked him and the girl who didn't care about him but everybody wanted, and he always chose the wrong girl. And when I read Archie, I learned, don't go for the girl that everybody says you should go for the girl who actually cares about you, who actually sees you for who you are. I learned that from Archie comics, okay? He is not real, but I still learned it. Val, you were saying?
We can learn from anything. I mean, I know that sometimes I have like summer reading. Not now, but I mean, I used to read like fiction, and it was like so super light reading, really. But I always got one or two things out of it. There's always something you get out of it anyway. So, but yeah, in terms of Christmas, for me, I think it's all of us that keep that spirit alive, and I think that it's really, there's a spirit of Christmas that's there, and it depends how you contribute to it or if you believe in it. But I think that's what's important. That's what is magical, and it's not just on Christmas Day. I love Christmas season way before Christmas. I don't care about the 24th or the 25th. Usually, I just like everything leading up to it, because of the atmosphere, because of of everything that comes with it. It's like we're different people, because I think most of us are different people because of that time of year. For some reason, it changes things a bit,
That's right, because it shifts our perspective. It puts us in a mode of celebration. It puts us in a mode of appreciation and expectation. Then we receive all of the benefits from that context, from that story. And the same thing is true for the law of attraction. I agree. There are people out there teaching the law of attraction in some weird way. But even in that weird way, I think it can still be valuable. What's more important is how we choose to receive it. Now, do I need to convince the whole world that the law of attraction is true or applicable? No. But I would like to make a little dent into the disdain that people have for it, right? I'd like to be able to go to a party and say the law of attraction without half the room going, oh, the secret, I'd like for that to be the case. And so it's a little bit of an uphill battle, but I'm willing to do it. And hopefully one of these days we're going to be able to look back and people will say, oh yeah, the law of attraction. Not that guy, but that guy. He has an explanation for it. In one of our meetings one time at the end, I said, it was a really fun session. At the end, I said, does anybody have any questions? And there were no questions, but a guy, he raised his hand. And I think he was Chinese, and he said, I just want to say, I don't have a question, but I'm a very logical person. I think practically, I like logical information. And the way you explained this thing was completely logical, and I completely get it. And that's the type of reputation I want us to have for the law of attraction. I want people to look at us and go, I want them to hear what we're saying and go, of course that makes sense, right? Of course it makes sense. if you want to call it the law of attraction, if you want to call it positive mindset, if you want to call it personal empowerment, if you want to call it whatever you want, who cares? What matters is that we're the types of people who are out there who care about how we feel, who recognize that it's up to us to make the change, and recognize that we're living in an ocean of possibilities and opportunity, and it's up to us to see those opportunities and to be willing to engage with them. Sometimes, no matter how crazy they sound, right? So, if somebody said, if somebody told me, Peter, somebody told me, Peter, come to Mexico and come talk to this high school of students. I was like, you're crazy. I mean, I'm not going to do that. That's an insane idea. But the law of attraction part of me said, what if? What if I engage with that idea, right? Somebody might tell you, do Zumba, you know. You be like, Zumba? I mean, that looks like crazy. Do laughter yoga, do whatever it is. That sounds crazy. Lead group discussions, that sounds crazy. But you say, oh, well, what would happen if, how would my life be different if I engaged with this? How would life be different if I went out for a jog today instead of not? How would life be different if I came onto a show like this and shared my moment of appreciation? And I think, honestly, the more we engage with ideas, the better off that we are. And
can I add something?
Yeah, please, please.
Well, first of all, the way you explain it, it's now so ingrained in me, and because it makes it's easier for me to explain it than how I understood it before, and it took me a while for me to be able to explain it in French, because the way you say it is not so easy to translate in French. But now I found a way to do it, so that's good. And because I understand it better, and because it's easier for me to explain it, I have a great experience about yesterday. A friend of mine called me. I'll try to be quick. A friend of mine called me. Long story short, about 4 years ago, we were very, very good friends, and every time there was something wrong, she would call, and at any time of the day, and it would go on until I said, we have to be productive, and she didn't like it, and she hung up on me, and we didn't speak for about 3 years. And so, but I went back into her life about last year, congratulated her on her life being better and all that kind of stuff, but we haven't really talked, closely like we used to for a while. But yesterday she called needing my help, and first of all, it took a lot of courage for her to do that. But what I loved about it is it was productive. It was because I found a way to make it productive, and she got it because I wasn't just asking for her to be productive. I found a way to explain the law of attraction in a way that made sense to her, and also encourage her and to make her realize she had a lot of strength and a lot of tools inside of her. So that was very different from the way I spoke to her 4 or 3 years ago. And so that was, an amazing experience. And again, thanks to, this group and 2 years of spending time with you guys.
Really awesome. That was an excellent place for us to leave it. All the kitties, okay, you got to tell people what those kitties' names are, because now there are 2 of them. Valerie has one behind her, Betty has one. Betty, what's that one called?
This is Karma.
Oh, Karma, what a name! I love it!
This is the mommy, and the other cat that was showing you guys was Pistache. That was the daughter.
Oh,
she's somewhere. So I don't know where she is.
And Val, yours?
Mine is Callie.
Callie.
There's only one. It's enough.
I'm just going to pretend I have a cat there. Oh, look at that. I'm so jealous.
We're cat ladies now.
That's another word that has stigma behind it, but I want to be a cat man. I want to be a cat man. You guys are cat women. That has a much better connotation. There's a superhero named Catwoman.
Also
you guys,
have a dog.
Yeah, that's right. Look, just before I let you guys go, I want to know what's for dinner.
I'll share one thing, because it took me a long time to find what I had liked over the past week, and I'll share just one thing. It wasn't a meal, really. I just felt like grapefruit juice the other day, and so I got like a red grapefruit, and I pressed it myself and everything. So it was just that juice. I had it for 2 days. I did that for 2 days in a row, and that was so good. I just felt like it, and I think when you feel like something, and it's especially healthy for you, it's the best feeling in the world. So it was really, really good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds good. No, I definitely agree with that. Sam just said that she had blueberries and raspberries, and she was like, oh, it was like candy. When it's also good for you, you're like, oh, you can really, really enjoy it. That's really nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Betty?
Nice. Oh, now I hear about the juice. It's really good to make your own juice, because I just heard from my coworker that even though you buy the Tropicana, the 100% real pressed juice, it's the way they produce the juice is that they use so much orange, so they have to put all the orange juice in the container before they can bottle them. So over time, they stay in container, they lose some color, lose some flavor. So actually, at the end product that you receive will also include some artificial flavor and artificial color, just to make it to be more real. But you can probably taste the difference, because if you really make your own juice, it tastes more fresh.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have stir-fried lamb with coriander. It's a Chinese way of making it. So the lamb I use is very thinly sliced, that you can get from Asian store. They're normally in the frozen section. They're like very thinly sliced with machine and frozen. So I just defrost them and stir fry with coriander.
Nice.
Sounds wonderful.
That sounds tasty. Sam, Tom, and I, we went to an Asian place downtown, and I had a General Tao, and as it stands, it's my favorite place to get General Tao. Tom really picked a good place. It's nice and crunchy, and they give you huge portions, and I always have enough for leftovers, and so super, super yummy. I look forward to eating that again. Look, I got to run, you guys.
Yes.
But you guys are having an awesome, really fun show. Thank you for Saba for trying to come onto the show. Really happy that you were here.
Thank you. And good luck to Tom tonight.
Indeed, I'll send him in your warm wishes.
All right.
Congratulations on the new website. I had a look this morning and I listened to your video, the sound track. It was really nice.
Oh, excellent! Thank you so much. Bye, Callie. Bye, Pistache, and bye, Karma.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good week.
Take care.
You too.
Okay, I got to go, but real quickly, I want to remind you guys that we have an exciting event happening this weekend, this Saturday, July 18th. It's called Liberate, Letting Go of Limiting Beliefs. We're going to have 4 guest speakers. We're going to have Samantha Barley as the host, and we're going to have myself give my brand new talk called Paradox, the Nullification of Disbelief. Really going to take it to the next level. I got to get going. My brother, he's going to go on to do stand-up comedy. Going to go make fun of him, go laugh with him, one or the other, whichever one. It's going to be good for me either way. Have fun. Go compliment the stranger, eat something good, drink some fresh juice, pet a cat. I mean, do something. Take care, you guys.